Anybody can make the simple complicated. Creativity is making the complicated simple. Lies do not lie, truth do, and the times of any act lies lie hidden behind. Reputation is what other people know about you. Honor is what you know about yourself. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Dreams are hopeful because they exist as pure possibility, unlike memories, which are fossils, long dead and buried deep. A thing can be true and still be desperate folly. Hazel. If truth is not acceptable, it becomes the imagination of others. Without causality in the world, there is no point in educating people or making any moral or political appeal. Amateurs sit and wait for inspiration. The rest of us just get up and go to work. If all the people who were called crazy started acting normal, we'd probably still be living in caves. A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together is reality. Life is short. If you doubt me, ask a butterfly. Their average lifespan is a mere 5 to 14 days. You'll never reach perfection because there's always room for improvement. Yet get along the way to perfection, you'll learn to get better. For every good reason there is to lie, there is a better reason to tell the truth. When your intentions are pure, so too will be your success. One must work and dare if one really wants to live. The universe doesn't give you what you want in your mind, it gives you what you demand with your actions. Enchantment lies in everyday moments if you are observant. Feelings are real. They often become one's reality, but they are not always based on truth. Follow your heart. You may go astray, but your life will find its direction somehow. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. I never ask a man what his business is, for it never interests me. What I ask him about are his thoughts and dreams. If a man is to live, he must be all alive, body, soul, mind, heart, spirit. Fear is oftentimes born of ignorance and misconception. It lays waste to the landscape of the soul. Remember, man does not live on bread alone. Sometimes he needs a little buttering up. When life doesn't meet your expectations, it was important to take it with grace. Now I've gone for too long living like I'm not alive, so I'm going to start over tonight beginning with you and I. Brainstorming cannot be done until and unless an attitude becomes character. Not everyone is fight able. Be careful of who you fight. It is quite simple to live a life of progress, have a vision, and be committed to the process required for success. It is much harder to lie to someone's face. But it is also much harder to tell the truth to someone's face. Defeat may serve as well as victory to shake the soul and let the glory out. The point of modernity is to live a life without illusions while not becoming disillusioned. The secret of life is honesty and fair dealing. If you can fake that, you've got it made. It is only possible to live happily ever after on a daily basis. Fantasy is hardly an escape from reality. It's a way of understanding it. Sometimes it takes many attempts to succeed, but it takes a second to lose them all. Always plan well. We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be. Those who don't value their words will never value your wishes. There are two ways to reach me, by way of kisses or by way of the imagination. But there is a hierarchy. The kisses alone don't work. I'll try anything once, twice if I like it, 3 times to make sure. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Those who make conversations impossible, make escalation inevitable. Don't let mental blocks control you. Set yourself free. Confront your fear and turn the mental blocks into building blocks. The sidelines may be safer, but life is played on the field. Life is much more successfully looked at from a single window. Follow your heart, then root its longing with the facts. There was another life that I might have had, but I am having this one. For it can never be that war shall preserve life, and peace destroy it. Molecules dissolve and pass away, but consciousness survives the death of the matter on which it rides. The number of people who believe a thing has no bearing upon its truth. Memory can make a thing seem to have been much more than it was. We are more severe judges of our own acts. We judge our thoughts, our intents, our secret curses, our secret hates, not only our acts. When people try to bury you, remind yourself you're a seed. Advice is like snow. The softer it falls, the longer it dwells upon, and the deeper it sinks into the mind. We swallowed the chaos because we knew we didn't want to be ordinary. Harus menjadi pemberani pada hidup yang dipilih. Harus menjadi pejuang pada hidup yang di luar pilihan. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. The most perfidious way of harming a cause consists of defending it deliberately with faulty arguments. To ugly ducklings everywhere, don't worry about those fluffy yellow morons. They'll never get to be swans. If you reveal your secrets to the wind, you should not blame the wind for revealing them to the trees. Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more. Stay in the center, and you will be ready to move in any direction. It is the road you take that decides your destiny, and not your destiny that decides the road you take. If so few female geniuses are found in history, it is because society denies them any means of expression. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. The living self has one purpose only, to come into its own fullness of being. Rule of life. If you bother to ask someone's advice, then bother to listen to it. A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. Ideas have endurance without death. There's a whole category of people who miss out by not allowing themselves to be weird enough. Keep your best wishes close to your heart and watch what happens. In my opinion, our healthcare system has failed when a doctor fails to treat an illness that is treatable. Like poetry, fashion does not state anything. It merely suggests. Life is a full circle, widening until it joins the circle motions of the infinite. Some want to live within the sound of church or chapel bell. I want to run a rescue shop within a yard of hell. Most of us have the good or bad fortune of seeing our lives fall apart so slowly we barely notice. Don't ever trust men with good intentions. They'll always disappoint you, Leo. Nobody will save you. Some can't even save themselves. Silence is nice to have if you wanted it, but maddening if you didn't. People are the most difficult thing in the world to change. Walk at your own pace, don't run after others because your journey may not be the same. You don't have to disrespect and insult others simply to hold your own ground. If you do, that shows how shaky your own position is. Beliefs are choices. First you choose your beliefs, then your beliefs affect your choices. Nothing in the world is ever completely wrong. Even a stopped clock is right twice a day. It is strange how often a heart must be broken before the years can make it wise. Any serious social, political, and economic change must include veganism. Courage is feeling fear, not getting rid of fear, and taking action in the face of fear. The saddest aspect of life right now is that science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. It is error only, and not truth, that shrinks from inquiry. Doing what I like to do, the way I like to do it, makes me happy. The most boring and unproductive question one can ask of any religion is whether or not it is true. There is no doubt fiction makes a better job of the truth. Once you make it to your point of making it, you'll appreciate the struggle. When you are present in gratitude, you can't be anywhere else. Stay away from those who want you to be in the same predicament as them. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to start this day because then I'll just be expected to finish it. Life doesn't require ideals. It requires standards of action. There are people who have money and people who are rich. If what he said was the truth, it broke her heart. If what he said was a lie, it was broken anyway.